Oh well, hello. It's me again. You can like really hardly fucking see me because I don't know what the fuck's going on with my lighting right now, but when I try and use the camera it looks great, and then when I put it like this to video, it's like dark as fuck. You can't see anything. This is my nose in case you can't tell. And I'm kind of laying down. So I figured I would kind of, I have my first video that I do have up. And this channel is just pretty much meant for like random shit and smoke with me's and story times and shit of that nature. But I right now am going through quite the, I would say, like rough spot, and giant rough spot, humongous speed bump in my life. And I thought I would kind of put little pieces together of kind of what I've been going through. So honestly, I've been on opiates, heroin in particular, mostly just heroin for about 10 years. I'm 20, oh no, okay, I'm 23, I started at 14, so 9 years, so I did it for 9 years. I've never injected, never once. I don't do needles, I can't do needles, I'm like so fucking needle phobic, but I smoked it for 9 years, literally straight. I was a functioning addict. I groomed dogs, I've been a salon manager, I've ran my own places, like I am a really fucking good worker, I really am. And I was a functioning drug addict. It did get in the way of a lot of things because it would be, I would run into problems because of my addictions that put me in really, really bad spots. And that's what's happened. And now I'm on my third arrest for possession and under the influence. And I am not the one that I would ever have thought would have ended up in the system and been that person that is now a fucking nobody drug addict, you know? And like, I don't think of myself as a fucking junkie. Like, I'm not. But in other people's eyes, I mean, yeah, that's what I would be considered. I would be considered a fucking junkie. So with that being said, let's see. I've been using for quite some time. I have a court date coming up in about a week, and I'm trying to prepare myself. Right now, I'm currently not working. I got arrested, so I lost my amazing job that I had because I got arrested, and that put me over on my attendance points, and my managers really didn't like me, and they were trying to do everything possible to get me out of there. So they did. They got one thing, they ran with it. And so after that happened, now I'm just trying to fucking get my shit together. I am just desperately trying to get my shit together. And so that's where I'm at right now. I've worked since I was 14, you know, got out of high school early to work. I've always been successful. I've always had cars. I've always worked nonstop, 40 hours a week. I've always been really good at what I do. I have 10 years grooming experience. I love animals. Like, I am prime material, and that's one that I thought would end up in this fucked up scenario. So right now I have no fucking job. So can't get myself anywhere. I thankfully qualified for unemployment, so on fucking unemployment for the moment. Trying to be, at least. It hasn't gone through yet. I don't know if it even will. Just for, I'd say, about a month, and then I'm gonna try to go back to work and be normal, but I do need to take time off to fucking fix myself because it's needed. And I'm hoping I'll be able to do, I got my license suspended. License is suspended because I got 3 speeding tickets, 2 speeding tickets, 1 citation, and then a total that was my fault for being a fucking dumbass and falling asleep driving because I was on drugs, which was yet again another eye-opener for me. And so no more license for 6 months, but I do hear that it's really, really hard to get your license back after you've lost it. Like, you have to get like a $35,000 surety bond. Someone has to put that on you in order to get your license back. So I don't know if that'll even be happening, hopefully. So anyways, back to the point of the story, besides my pathetic life just rambling on and on. Just trying to prove that right now I am in a really shitty spot in life, and I never in 10 bazillion years would have thought that I would have been the person that ended up in this really fucked up situation. So with that being said, now, the point of this video, so I've seen a bunch, I watched so many, and I mean so many YouTube videos about what to do for opiate withdrawal, what to do when you're coming off of opiates, what to do for this, that, and the third. And honestly, I'm going to just tell you what I've done. So yesterday was day one with absolutely nothing. The day prior, I had smoked a dub, just trying to like wean myself off. So today, and then I stocked up on Xanax because yeah, you have to have a benzo to fucking get through this, or you're not gonna do it. Or I mean, you can. It all depends on your willpower. But me, I don't have strong willpower. I probably never will. That's my addict side. I have such an addictive personality. Born to a meth addicted dad, and I've had drugs in my life as long as I can remember, and I started using heroin before I had even smoked weed, so it started quick, but I've never had the willpower to just do it. I've been clean before plenty of times actually. I got clean for almost a year, about a year ago. You know, here and there, and then I always end up right back on it. Shit's a nasty little fucker. Doesn't like to let you go. Like, once you're on it, you're fucking on it. You need it to do you. You need it to feel like you. You need it to meet people. You need it to go out. You need it to do anything. You need it to just live your life. And it sucks because it's not even you need it to enjoy your life. No. You need it to live. And that's just like the really, really fucked up part. And you don't even get high anymore. It's just about smoking to be well. So you can try and live your life that you're trying to lie to everyone and pretend that you're not using when you are. And that takes a toll on you, let alone trying to work on top of having an addiction, on top of trying to pretend you're this person so that nobody knows how fucked up you are on the inside, you know? But anyways, again rambling, sorry. So usually I do like smoke with me and we'll talk. Maybe I'll smoke a bowl during this, I don't know. I don't really feel like it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll take you out, we'll smoke a cigarette together or something. Excuse me, oh my god. Ugliest yawning face ever, alright. So, back to it. So yesterday was my first day. I bought some Xanax. I did not get what I wanted. I was literally like, everyone is so dry trying to find some Xans. And, so I got some, but they're like these yellow ones, and they're not, honey. They're just not what I'm used to. I had that's one thing with me. Like, when I got clean off heroin, I was always on something else. I was either an alcoholic, or I was in a drug class, so like I couldn't do anything. I was being drug tested once a week, so I turned into an alcoholic, and then I turned into having a really big problem with Xanax. I've had problems with oxys, and then it's heroin, and it's just like the never-ending repeat cycle. But so yesterday was the first official day. Like, I woke up it's always as soon as you wake up you feel sick, and you can never sleep ever you can never sleep. So I fell asleep maybe at like 10, and I woke up at 2. And this isn't last night, this is the night prior. So my first day being yesterday, and then that night when I was waking up into yesterday. I slept until about 2 in the morning, woke up, couldn't sleep, stayed up all till like noon, maybe took like an hour nap. And then I took some of my Xanax, and I realized that it was not good because I had to go to some random food that I never go to because everyone else was fucking dry in the universe. But they'll do. And I also, another thing I really, really, really want to recommend. Fuck, I don't have the bottle out here with me, and I'm not getting up because it hurts my legs to get up. Oh, that's another thing. The restless leg syndrome is the absolute fucking worst thing you could ever imagine in your goddamn fucking life. It sucks. That's what keeps me up at night. is the restless leg syndrome, is that you can't fucking get comfortable. Your knees hurt like growing pains, your legs just want to like kick and move all over and nothing's comfortable. You're hot, you're cold, you're sweaty, you're sticky, you're this, you're that. It's not good. You would think too, after doing it a few times, they would never want to do it again. Why? If it's so horrible, why do you keep going back to it? Drugs has a mind of its own that it takes over your brain with, and it's no longer your brain thinking about it. It's the drugs. Anyway, so today's day 2. Oh, that's what I was saying. One thing I really, really want to recommend. I have the bottle in my room, and I'm not getting up. It's called Rescue Remedy. It is in I watch 1,001 YouTube videos about, what are you supposed to do when you're coming off opiates, coming off withdrawal, how to make it easier. People were saying to take like 100 stool softeners and it'll fix your opiate withdrawal, and I'm not doing that. I'm not taking 100 of anything. I don't even like taking pills. I fucking hate it. Like, obviously not like good pills to make you feel good, but just like pills. Like vitamins and such. So I was looking for alternatives because, of course, the week that I decide to just fucking... Oh, and I was coming off methadone. I've been on methadone for almost a year, and I was using heroin on top of it. So I'm coming off both of those. I know, lucky me. And that's another thing. Like, I don't want to be on methadone. I don't want to substitute things anymore. I just want to be fucking done. Like, I smoke weed. I fucking love weed. I will smoke weed. I don't even think weed's a drug, but technically it is. But I have a license. I have a med card. It's legal. So that's as much as I can say about that. But, so today's day 2. And Rescue Remedy. So, Rescue Remedy... Oh, that's what I was saying. Sorry, I'm like so losing my train of thought. Nothing's there anymore. So the week that I decided to get sober, Kratom. I don't know if any of you guys know about Kratom. Kratom was made illegal in California on the market, and we can no longer buy it in head shops like we used to be able to. I used to be able to... Well, I've never taken it, but I know people that used to be able to go to Salzer's or go to the local smoke shop or to Wildside and go get their Kratom. It was like a powder, kind of. Almost looks like a weed, but I don't know. You can make like a tea or a drink or whatever out of it. You don't like smoke it or anything. You just drink it, I think. And it completely stops opiate withdrawal. You do get a little bit of like a buzz off of it, though. And so I guess that's why they took it off the market. Spice can still be on the market, which is some fucking bullshit wannabe weed, but there can't be Kratom that helps opiate withdrawal and may potentially promote the feeling of serenity. Like, for fuck's sake, Kava Kava promotes the feeling of serenity and is overly addictive, but they sell that shit at the 99-cent store. They just want to make it so that people who are stuck on opiates have to. So that they have to be on methadone or Suboxone. Because half of the addicts do not have health insurance, so they cannot get Suboxone. Cannot afford it without having health insurance or a doctor to get a prescription. You can go to methadone clinics, but you have to pay for it. Now, if you're on Medi-Cal, that's all covered, but some of us weren't on Medi-Cal. Like, when I was working, I didn't qualify for Medi-Cal. My insurance for what I paid for at the top dollar insurance out of my paycheck every week, that shit didn't cover anything for addiction help or addictions, anything. I still had to pay for that shit. And it was still coming out of my check, And I didn't want to go to the Suboxone route. I wanted to try methadone. So I went to a clinic. I tried methadone. It's literally just... Every morning, I would wake up sick and be like, fuck, I gotta go drive down to methadone, and I live in a really secluded fucking area where it's barren. There is nothing. You want McDonald's? You gotta drive 20 minutes. If I wanted my methadone, I had to drive almost 30 minutes. And every day, because of course I was using it at the time too, so no one would give me take home, so I had to go in there every single day. And that shit was just, it was too much. And I'm sick of being... Okay, I'm off heroin, but now I need methadone every day. I can't live without it. I don't want that. So, for this time, I magically found 4 Suboxones, because I tried the Suboxone route, like, maybe 3 years ago. I think it's like every year I try to get sober. This is gonna be the end.